What up, YouTube? It's your boy Steez, man. We back with another one. We staying consistent. We doing our due diligence. Right now, we got Daylyt Wordisbon. Let's see what this talking about. Fresh off the Joey crash dummy. Fresh off the everything that's been going on with the East and the West right now. So let's tap in. Let's tap in. Let's tap in. Hold on, let me make sure something is good right now. Gotta double check something. There we go. Make sure we on the right. Y'all can see what I'm seeing, basically. You know what I mean? All right. Where is Bond?
We're gonna walk you down real slow. Can I talk to you for a second? See that bar about the bridge? It wasn't for Steez, it was for soul. The very thing that you sold to be cold, living sober. It was hard watching my friends.
Okay. So we going back towards the word to my mother. And initially, when he said that bar, I did think it was for Steez. Steez. I got a homie named Steez. Scratch that. Steez. I did think it was for capital Steez at first. And he bleeped out the name because I felt like he didn't want to disrespect the dead, right? But upon further, and you might not even see this in my reaction to that, like, because I was like kind of flabbergasted when I heard it. I didn't really say too much, but I could clear that up now for anybody that sees that video. After watching a couple other reactions and then doing some due diligence myself and getting the clarity on, the initial shock value of the bar is somebody, committing suicide, right? And then you naturally, because he's talking to Joey, you naturally go to capital Steez. But when you peel back the first layer and you really listen to what he's saying, he said, if I knew what Soul knew about you, I'd jump off a bridge too. And everybody knows that Soul tried to do a similar act a few years ago by jumping off a bridge. Steez jumped off of a building. Those small distinction right there put the bar in a different space. It was kind of like a bait bar to kind of see if Joey was going to let that fly over his head and just react because it was about his mans or whatever the case may be. But here he is explaining it. So let's see how he breaks it down. Oh, no. I did not mean to do that. Let's get back to it.
We're gonna walk you down real slow. Can I talk to you for a second? See that bar about the bridge? It wasn't for Steez, it was for soul. The very thing that you sold to be cold, living sober. It was hard watching my friends.
The very thing you sold to be cold.
be cold, living sober. It was hard watching my friends grow older. Suicide, taking the conscious ones, the bridge really over. Man, I wish Steez was alive so he could see this shit live. Hip hop thriving, look what we did. I put my G's to the sky. Steez, I miss you. This shit for rap beef. Me and Joe don't got issue. Your face tatted right on my arm so that the world can't forget you. Next to Nip, Prodigy X. Oh, what do y'all got in common? This is bigger than rap. Some deaths came from the things we was rhyming. It was scary stuff. Remember the day that Joe made America was blocked from all of the algorithms. Government scaring us. They and this is bigger than rap. Some deaths came from the things we was rhyming. It was scary stuff. Remember the day that Joe made America was blocked from all of the algorithms. Government scaring us. They knew they couldn't take me out, so they just shadow banned everything. But what they didn't know is light come from the sky to touch everything. I know that I'm chosen. I could see a part of God's aim. You and I ray for this moment. We got Vaughn in our names, but it's something that they got mixed up about. Angel book typos, angel wings, body and humans. No.
We both got Vaughn in our names because it's Joe Vaughn and he's Devon. But hold on, I wanted to go back to the part where he was talking about the people that was gone. Because he said, like, we know he got a tattoo of Steez on his arm. He said right next to Nip, because Daylyt used to fuck with Nipsey. I think he said Prodigy and DMX, if I'm not mistaken. Rest in peace to all of those dudes.
So that the world can't forget you. Next to Nip, Prodigy X. Or what do y'all got in common? This is bigger than rap. Some deaths came from the things we was rhyming. It was scary stuff. Remember the day that Joe made America was blocked from all of the algorithms. Government scaring us. They knew they couldn't take me out, so they just shadow banned everything. But what they didn't know is light come from the sky to touch everything. I know that I'm chosen. I could see a part of God's aim. You and I ray for this moment. We got Vaughn in our names, but it's something that they got mixed up about. Angel book typos, angel wings, body and it's something that they got mixed up about. Angel book typos, angel wings. Moment we got Vaughn in our names, part of God's aim. You and I ray for this moment. We got Vaughn in our names, but it's something that they got mixed up about. Angel book typos, angel wings, body and humans. Know the way that this might go, ain't no quitting. You keep forgetting to respect your religion. You Jehovah Witness, you know the holiday is forbidden. Look to the sky and say that this gon' be better. On my soul, it's 47 forever. Steez, we miss you. Look to the sky and say that this gon' be better. That's on my soul, it's 47 forever. Word. Watching y'all on YouTube, I wanted to be a part. It was dope watching Jamar Milton mixing knowledge with art. My mind was tender back when I seen that Dime was the prime contender. Fly the spinner, Joe was snapping so hard. See the guy from Sinners, I was locked in. First time on the East, jumped on the Metro. Random DM on Twitter, that's how I met Soul. He introduced me to 47 shit. I saw the masterpiece. Side note, two cats dope as hell. Dash and Ratchet P. From that day, I was loving the shit that y'all did for hip hop. Y'all reminded me of the times when it's Pac, Big Nas, disc cops. It was something different about you, Steez. I felt connected, and that was the fact that both of us felt like we unconnected. We was both fighting with knowledge and still try to hold our demons. And then I noticed that we both did a song called Robot Freedom, talking about how we gon' break out the matrix. I can't forget it, and one day you really did it. Look to the sky and say that this gon' be better. On my soul, it's 47 forever. Steez, we miss you. Look to the sky and say that this gon' be better. That's on my soul, it's 47 forever. Shit forever.
All right, so 47. That's the pro era's moniker, if you will, right? Based off of like the new era hats. They got the 5950s. They got the, you know, all of the. I think the 47s is the ones with the snapbacks, or the like the little light. What you call that? What do you call that? It's not a snapback, but it's like it got like the belt in the back for you to like kind of like a dad hat. It got like the adjustable string or whatever belt in the back or whatever. Those like the 47s, right? And I believe that's what they use to kind of signify they group 47 pro era, so forth and so on. Now, um, I'm not sure why Daylyt dropped this joint in the midst of the scuffles. You know what I mean? It's paying homage to Steez, and I think this is kind of more of a thing to kind of let everybody know real shit in, to let everybody know like it ain't really no beef. It's just it's competitive, friendly fades or whatever, right? So I don't know if we can kind of count this as a diss track because it's not really a diss. It's more of an explanation on the bar he had in the diss track, or if you ask me. So, excuse me. TDE and Pro Era has had a relationship throughout the time of hip hop, right? In their existence, they've coexisted for you know plenty of years, and I think Steez was the link or the common denominator between the crews because of Soul, because of Daylyt, and so forth and so on. I'm not sure if that's how Joey felt. You know what I'm saying? As far as the link ups and whatnot. So maybe that's why Joey is on the type of time he on, and everybody else is not really on that type of time when it comes to really like Rayvon is kind of too young. Not I'm gonna say young as far as age, but he's not. He wasn't part of the come up of TDE and Pro Era at the same time to see how they kind of coexisted and coincide with one another, right? So I think that beef right there, or that battle between Rayvon and Joey, I think that can be taken to a different level because Rayvon wasn't around to see the lineage and shit, right? And Soul is kind of too connected in between both teams to really step in and really do too much. So I feel like it's gonna be like Rayvon and Joey gonna have to finish this out. That's how I feel right now. I feel like Daylyt got his shit off. He went at Lux. He went at Joey. He got his. He did his thing. But after dropping this and the one before this, I don't think he's going to be involved too much more. I think it's going to come down to Rayvon and Joey kind of finishing it off to see where we at with it for real, for real. And then also, if the TD East situation is a real thing and it's going to come from this whole little competitive series of disses or whatnot, I can see that coming after a song like this because it makes it to put certain things in perspective and not really take shit too serious as far as the beef or quote unquote beef or whatever, whatever. Now I can see how the bridge can the gap can be bridged with certain things. Still, I'm not sure how that's going to work with what's been said and what's been done so far. But hey, we've seen Jay and Nas piece it up. We've seen Styles P, Jadakiss, and Benny Siegel piece it up. So it's not out of the realm. You know what I'm saying? It's just at the time right now, it looks kind of you don't know how it really looks, to be honest with you. So dope song, not really a diss. Speaking on some shit, but you can speak on shit without it being a diss. And I feel like Ayo and Word to the Mother was disses. The um, I can't hold you. This was kind of a diss. It just wasn't. It just wasn't that good of a diss. And then this right here is kind of like uh, uh maybe like a peace offering type of thing. But we gonna see what Rayvon do after hearing Crash Dummy, because that was basically for him after the Golden Eye shit. So um, we still own it though. We still got more things to kind of tap in with and see how this shit about to shape up, because it's some other people taking some different routes than what Daylyt is taking, and they probably not on this type of time right now. But it is what it is. It's still all good for the sport. Um, like, comment, share, subscribe. Holla at your boy. We coming back with more and more and more. So stay tuned. Get at your boy. One.